Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to Travel Snacks. My name's Allison Sharp, and this is the Travel Snacks live stream. Travel Snacks is all about traveling, eating good food, connecting with one another, using your resources, and maybe living an alternative lifestyle, whether you want to live in a car, a van, a truck, a tiny home, an RV, or something like that. And we're welcoming and all for it. So, welcome to a Monday night live stream. We used to have them on Saturdays, and then we moved to Sundays, and because of the holiday yesterday, we moved it to tonight. Well, kind of moved it just for today. Let me put my glasses on. All right. Hey, Joanne from Northern Ontario, and OG's in the house, one of our moderators. Hey, Tammy from Georgia. Hey, Butterfly Tracks. I'm here. Let's see. Hey, Rebecca, on the road to Ohio. Awesome. Hey, Terry. I see quite a few uh, New Mexico and Arizona cars that look like they've been sandblasted, probably because they have. That's probably true. Um, hey, Britt. How are you? Hey, Thomas from Northern New York. Going to Lehman's Home Goods store. Awesome. All right, awesome. So I know it's a different time than normal, so we'll see who shows up. And either way, we're going to have a fun time. So before we get started, if you're already on here, throw a like on it. Throw a like on this live stream. That helps YouTube know that you like the live streams. And if you're brand new, you might as well subscribe and go ahead and hit the bell, the notification bell. That way you're going to know every time we do these live streams. Because as like today, we're just doing a different time. Okay, I want to adjust my camera, but I wanted to show you something since you guys showed up on the live stream. I want to show you a new addition. It's not quite done. It's a new addition to my van, and I'm pretty excited about it, which I may or may not make. I'm sure I'll do like a little video about it, some of the upgrades that I've been doing when I was at my parents' house. But look, I added some shelves. Right now I have my coffee, my bread, and one little fake plant, and those are just containers for other fake plants, which I haven't gotten yet. So I didn't realize that the shelf was a little bit too high, so I have to buy little fake plants that are kind of shorter. That one's actually touching the ceiling, which is okay. But yeah, I bought those on Amazon for like $25 for those 3 shelves. And I'm going to add a bunch of little plants up there to make it more green and more, more festive in here. And that way I can adjust my camera. So I bought this keyboard for my iPad off of Amazon, and the hinge just goes back and forth. And I've already received a refund for it, but this is the second one I've gotten, and it's done it. So it doesn't really sit straight, and I don't really know how to prop it up. So it's really kind of annoying. So this might look sideways. Let me try to fix the blanket. Sorry, it's probably causing all kinds of shaking on your end. All right, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Hey, HTJ. The reason like this why weekend should be what? It's reasons like this why weekend should be 3 days long. That's true. Hey, Robbie. AGT is in the house. He's another one of our moderators. So thank you guys for being here. Hey, Michelle. How are you? From Washington. Hey, Turtlegram. Hey, Ron from Donphan, Alabama. Awesome. Hey, Judy from Chicago. Hey, AO from SD. Awesome. Hey, Deb G. It is the wrong day for lives, but it's never a wrong day for lives. Yeah, snack shelf. That's cute. Yeah, I like the shelves. I'm not the greatest like decorator or interior designer, but I thought adding a little bit of green in here, because right now it's just like blue and white. It's not really dark because the walls are white, but I just want to pop some colors in there. So I want to get some really green plants, and maybe a couple little pink flowers. And then on this opposite wall, which you can't see, it's just all white. I want to figure out a way to create a mural, but not like a cheesy one. but like a really beautiful one, like maybe like showcasing like nature, like a waterfall into like an ocean and with like mountains. But you know, it could start getting all crazy. And like I said, I'm not the best decorator, so I'm just gonna keep looking on Pinterest and see what I can like do on this other wall because it's just blank. Oh, and over here I'm gonna be hey Henry, welcome to the snack pack. Over here on this little section, I'm gonna be adding probably some pictures like family and friends under the shelves, um, because the ones I had up over my mirror, they just kept falling off because they were just stuck on with tape. So I'm trying to make this more homey in here, you know. So that's my little addition that I've added right before I left. I don't have a dog. I sometimes wish I had a dog, just you know, just like to have like a living, breathing entity next to me, but I don't think I will ever get a dog for sure, especially if I'm living in the van because of the weather and just because I want to go into stores and stuff like that. So I don't know. Hey, Tiny Bug Home. The vines are short. Um, Terry, you mean are the shelves a Wish item? Like off of that app called Wish? If so, no. I got the shelves off of Amazon and it was like $25 for the 3 shelves. Yes, thanks to the moderators. Our moderators are awesome. Pouring down rain on the North Coast. Oh my gosh. Terry, I'm going to talk about what state I'm in just a second. Is it hard to hear? Can you guys hear me? There's no way to really, let's see. I'll try to sit up a little bit closer. Hopefully that's better. How to close this? How do you close this thing? Okay. Hey Monique, how are you? Thank you so much. Hey Jan from oh, you enjoyed your Vegas video. Yeah, that was a fun one to make. That was a long day of walking, but I did enjoy it. Oh, I'm fading in and out. Well, first of all, I got this fan blowing out, and then I have my, which I don't think you can see, my my air conditioner fan blowing on me because it's hot. So that might be why. Any day is a good day to hang with a snack pack. That's facts. Hey D Renee from Florida. Have you thought of putting live herbs in planters instead of fixed? So I tried a live plant once. I tried an aloe plant, but then I was in the Great Texas Freeze of 2021, and it died. So it gets really hot in the van. So it's hard because sometimes it gets extremely cold and extremely hot. So I don't know that there's like really a plant or set of plants that would do well in all climates. But I'm not a plant person, so maybe if you know, I don't know. Because I would love to have real plants. I'm not a painter, but I have been wanting to get onto a hobby. But so far I haven't had time to do that. Decoupage would be really cool. Hey, Granddad Rick from East Tennessee. Awesome. I recommend a golden pathos for a plant. They're really resilient. They'll handle varying light. Oh, awesome. Golden pathos. Where's my pin? I wrote that down. Dollar Tree has these cool stick. I've seen those backsplashes as well. So another thing is, right here, not this plug, but around this plug, I want to get like some nice, like blush, like pink, and make like a little backsplash. That's for a future project. Hey Wayne, Chihuahuas are the best. Yes, could be very stressful. Yes. Hey Callie, welcome. Hey Susan, thank you so much. No dog, it's hard. I lend you my Chihuahuas a few days at a time if you're cross paths. I'm good. Oh, Audio is fine, but the jiggling of the screen is annoying. I know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to figure something else out because, yeah, this is the way that I hold the iPad up, but it's broken. Yes, don't forget to put a like on it. 52 degrees to Grant. Turtlegram, I take my dog literally everywhere with me. No one has ever said anything. I think they don't want to harass the crazy old lady. I mean, that's true too. I've heard like people that have dogs, they do that, and no one really says anything, unless you've got like a big dog, I suppose. Hey, Charlotte from Georgia. I love Georgia. um, let's see. Uh-oh, I think the chat scrolled back. Okay. What is the highest gas price you paid in the last 30 days, and where was it? What is the highest gas price? Okay. Um, the highest gas price was before I left California, and it was $5.55 per gallon. Since then, I found like a little over $4, like like 4.80, and then I can't remember. I've been to so many places. Um, I paid under 3 somewhere, but I can't remember where I was. Um, Las Vegas here, 50. Hey, Brenda, 57 degrees. Okay, so let me first of all, before we get going, well, first of all, let me just tell you where I am. I'm currently in Grand Junction, Colorado, and I'll tell you how I got here. In the meantime, I want to say that uh, I'm feeling kind of chatty today. So if anybody on the live stream wants to join on the screen with me, it's just going to be like basic questions. We're not going to have like, you know, a whole lengthy, um, like depressing conversation or anything. I just want to like talk and have some fun questions. And if you come on to the live with me, you have to come with a would you rather question. So if anybody wants to come on live with me and come with a would you rather question, let me know and I'll email you an invite to come on screen with me. So I'm gonna put that out there while I talk about all these other things. So if there's anybody that's wanting to do that, let me know. Okay. Hey, Dana Jordan. Hey, Fred, under 3, did you fill all your pockets? No, but I've been filling up everywhere I go, like even if it's just like a quarter tank down because I want to make sure I don't run out of gas. Okay, so what I was saying is today is tax day for those in the US. So I'm going to keep it real. I waited to the last minute. So I've literally been doing my taxes all day today because every time I would attempt to do it in the past, I just had something come up, or I was driving all day or editing all day or whatever all day. And then I looked and I was like, oh, shoot, today is tax day. I have to do it today. And then I didn't have like some of the documents, like, the 1099 from YouTube, and like my account got messed up. And it's just like been like a whole long day. Um, so I haven't even eaten lunch. I've just like been a total mess today. But I wanted to come on live because we missed this weekend's live. And so that's that. But I do want to remind you, if you haven't done your taxes, you do need a file. Even if, even if you owe money and you can't pay, you still got to file. Even if you're getting money back, you got to file. So today's the day. You could file an extension, but I think you still got to file. So I don't know, but I'm just letting you know because I was one of the ones that waited till the last minute. So after this is over, I'm definitely going to go get something good to eat because I'm hungry. Okay, so let me tell you what's the temperature right now because I've been all over the place and it's just hot. It's been hot and cold and hot and cold. Well, it says it's 76 degrees, but it feels like 90 degrees in my van. Probably because I've been sitting just in the same spot doing my taxes and I never opened a window until about 5 minutes ago. Hey, Kid Explorer. What do you do for internet? Do you have something in your van? I don't have anything in my van. I just use Verizon, and I have, and my iPad is a separate phone line, so it just connects to like the data. I'm not even tethering, it's just on my iPad. Haven't done my taxes in 6 years. I want to try that white pizza you got. Oh, that white pizza was really good. Let's see, the humidity. I don't know. Let's see. It says that there's an extreme risk of fire. It's a very high UV, and of all the things, it doesn't show me the humidity. Oh, it's only a 9% humidity, so it's not even that humid. 35 degrees in southwest Pennsylvania. Eesh. I was freezing all morning, but now it's warm. I'm in Grand Junction, Colorado. You deserve chocolate after tax. I mean, that sounds fair to me. Hey, Kellyanne. 47 in Massachusetts was snowing yesterday. I would love 90. Oh, I'd rather have cold than hot. It's snowing for Joanne. Whatever the humidity it is, you won't beat Florida. That's probably true, because Florida definitely has that. All right. Hey, Tracy. Do you still like the AC? I do still like the AC. If I show you the AC, I have to move this, and it's going to wiggle the screen. So you got to pick your poison. Either you want to see the AC and it's going to wiggle, or just leave it be. It snowed here today in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Oh my gosh. The humidity is not what bad. It's a dew point that you have to keep low, 65. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, before we get to popping, if you do want to make a donation to the snack fund that keeps me on the road and basically pays for my gas, you can donate through the YouTube donation little $sign under the chat. They take 30%, which I don't think is ideal. So you can also donate through PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. You see it on the screen. Never feel obligated, or never feel like you have to, or don't feel bad if you can't. It's just something I say. And if you want to donate, you can, to support the channel. And that's just pretty much it. So Grant will post the links to those things, and the links are always in the description of my videos as well. So I appreciate all the support so far that you guys have given me. You guys are always so generous. You guys have always just like been such great supporters of the Travel Snacks channel and our community, and it just really means a lot to me. So I just want to say thank you already for that. Okay, let's see. Deb says don't move it. We've seen it in before. All right, thank you. Okay, so before I get on to like the talk about the weather, did everybody have a nice holiday yesterday? So I want to tell you what I did. Actually, let's see. What's the best way to go about this? Let me just start from the beginning, and that'll be better. So the last time I talked to you guys, I was in Twin Falls, Idaho, and we had a live stream a couple Sundays ago, and I took you guys on a little field trip, and it was this beautiful canyon behind just like these regular stores. It was just gorgeous, and I was there, but then I found out that it was going to snow the next day. So after the live stream, it was fine. I found a parking spot, and sure enough, when I woke up in the morning, my windshield was like half covered with snow. Not half, but the bottom, like where the windshield wipers were, and a little bit above was all snowed up. The ground had like an inch of snow on it, and I woke up to that, and I was like, holy moly. And it was already still snowing when I woke up. So I was like, okay, I think I'm too early for Idaho, because it was going to have snow the next few days. So I decided to go a little more south. And I thought what might be a good idea is, when I first planned to get back on the road, I wanted to go like Idaho, then like go to like, Montana, Wyoming, and then Colorado. But because of the weather, I should have just automatically started the other way, which is basically what I'm going to do now, is start on Colorado and work my way up north, because, the elevation and like all the things. So I left the next day, and I made it to somewhere in Utah. I forget where I was. I think it was Sandy, Utah. Um, and I can't remember. It's every day just blurs into the other day. I made it somewhere in Utah, and I stayed the night. And then I'm trying to think because it was very stressful. I think the next day I decided to leave, but I decided to leave at night because I went and got something to eat. I sat in the back here to have what I had my dinner, and then when I opened the curtain to go, get in the driver's seat, it was already full of snow already. So I forget where I was. I think I was in Sandy, Utah, but I can't remember 100%. So I was like, oh my gosh. And that snow was even worse. It was like coming down like crazy. So I jumped on the freeway and I was like almost panicking because the snow was coming so fast at me that I couldn't see the lines on the freeway. And it was just like, not snow blindness, but it was just coming at me so fast. And I'm not used to driving in the snow. So I drove for like an hour thinking that I could get further away, but it just kept snowing. So I finally pulled off to a Walmart like an hour in, and I was just like so nervous. So I decided to stay at the Walmart parking lot, which I said I wasn't ever going to stay in a Walmart parking lot again because the two times I've gotten woken up in the middle of the night was at Walmart parking lots. But this one was somewhere in Utah. Again, I don't remember where. But there was lots of RVs and big rigs and stuff at this particular Walmart. So I felt safe staying there. And it was super quiet and peaceful. And then the next day I got on the road, and then I think I got to Grand Junction, and then I've been here ever since. But yesterday, or a couple days ago, I think Saturday, I drove to Moab, Utah, which is more north, and like it's that place that has all like the red beautiful rocks, because I found a church that did a resurrection service, a sunrise service, um, in the Arches National Park, which usually you got to pay to enter. And right now, like um, a lot of the beautiful parks, like um, national parks or whatever, they have timed entry. So that means like you have to reserve a time slot, and if you don't show up in that 1 hour time slot, you lose your spot. And they're booked out sometimes months in advance. Months in advance. In advance. Yes. Um, So I found this church, and they were doing a sunrise service, and you could go into the park for free. And even after the service, which was over around 7 a.m., you could stay till 9:30 in the morning. So that was like a secret way in. And I just did it, and I loved it. It was so beautiful. I got up at 5 a.m., went to the church service, and it was beautiful. Just like the sunrise coming up over those beautiful rocks. And then, I drove around. I took some pictures and videos, and it was just awesome. It was just so beautiful. And then yesterday I stayed in Moab just editing, and then I drove back to Grand Junction last night. So I don't know how long I'm going to stay here, but I want to get to Denver because it's a more central location where I can do like day trips or whatever. But the quicker way to get to Denver from here is on, I think, the 70 freeway, and they have road closures for the next couple of days because of mudslides. So it's like when people tell you like, oh, like a lot of people in, like when I made the video about staying warm while living in a car, whatever, van, people were like, just drive south for the winter. It's like sometimes you can't drive certain places because certain places, they're just not available. So I can go the long way around, which is going to add 2 more hours to the drive. And with gas, I'm not trying to spend extra money. So anyways, it's been a lot. I've been doing so much driving, spending so much on gas, and to be quite honest, it hasn't been fun. I am like, this is really dumb. so, so it's been fun in Grand Junction, but I'm ready to see something new. So, anyways, that's the story. Let me read on some of these comments real quick. Okay. Oh. Love how honest and open you are living on the road. It does help those of us who are playing. And awesome. Thanks, Brenda. Hey, Jay from Sortie Stories. Everyone liked this video. Why are there 50 watching? Lisa? Thank you. Yes. Let's see. Oh, you worked yesterday? Oh, man. My holiday got better by 6 p.m. Oh, okay. Was that something exciting happening at 6 p.m.? Yes, I did, although my daughter has COVID today. Oh, no. Prayers for Tracy's daughter. Oh, should be a rule that you eat snacks while on and watching. I thought about having my snacks on here, but then I don't want to be munching on people's ears. This is not an ASMR channel. So, I am pretty hungry, but I can wait until we're done. Faye says, I'm wondering, what do you put down as your home address for tax and other government purposes and for car insurance if you don't have a home mailing address? So I use my parents' address for that kind of thing. So, yeah. But if I didn't have my parents' address, to use, then like a lot of other van life people, they'll establish residency in places like Nevada or South Dakota. I think sometimes Texas. There's certain places where you can establish residency pretty easily. So, there's different options for that. But you definitely have to look into it because, different states have different rules, and they also have different programs and stuff if you need like health insurance and stuff, depending on your income and all these things. So, you don't want to take it lightly where you register yourself. But if you have, family, then you can use their address. Night driving, was it blinding? It wasn't really blinding. It felt like I was driving on a conveyor belt, like at the grocery store. Like I knew I was driving, but I just felt like I was staying in the same spot because like the way the snow was coming at me, it also like was reminiscent of like, this is probably a bad example, but like when you see the opening of Star Trek and like all this, not the opening, but like on Star Trek, is it Star Trek or Star Wars? One of those star things, and the stars are just like coming at you and you see the thing going. That was really a bad example. But you know what I'm trying to get at is like the stars coming at you is like the same as like snow just coming at you. And it was bad. It was really bad, especially for someone from California who's not even used to snow. It wasn't a smart idea, but I was trying to like get out of the snow. It was not working. Connect with a mailing company, store, or joint escapes RV travel group. Yeah, that's a good tip as well. Never drive at night with snow coming down. I've learned my lesson. There's a ton of info on that subject, mailing companies. Yes, that's true. Hey, Indy the Tree Chick, how are ya? Oh, that would have been wonderful. A sermon service at Arches Night. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. While you're in Colorado, go to Red Rocks. It's beautiful. I've heard of that, and I'm gonna look it up. So many fantastic nature day trips you can take. Exactly. I looked up some blog posts, and it was like saying, all these day trips like within an hour or so from Denver, and I was really excited because I could, stay there and do like a lot of work and editing, but I can also take a lot of trips and stuff. Oh, I don't have my water alarm sound on. Thank you, Robbie. And where's my water? I have not even drank any water today. Dang taxes. Okay. Did you know that information go for the okay. Lori says, do what you have to do, girl. Yes, indeed. Hey, Fernando. Fernando says, I was wondering how much money you need per month to live a nomad lifestyle. I mean, that depends on what type of lifestyle you want. Like my biggest expense is gas and food. I don't really spend for other things. Like a lot of people have been saying, oh, go to this national park, go to this state park, go to this, go to that, or like go camping or whatever. I don't like to spend my money that way. I am really considering getting that America the Beautiful pass, which is $80, but I've spent so much money recently on like problems with this van that I'm hesitant to spend any more money like in the next couple months. Because I'm in these mountain states that have like a lot of great like national parks. I think I'm just gonna pray about it because I do want to get that to save money, but at the same time, $80, that seems like a lot of money. But I don't know. That's just like not even, that's not the top of my list of things I'm thinking about right now. But I definitely want to go to some of these parks. But anyways, to answer your question, if you spend your money on a lot of things, like especially I've noticed that people that drink alcohol, they spend a lot of money on drinking alcohol. And I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying I've noticed that the people, spend a lot of money. The alcohol is expensive, or like cigarettes, or even like someone like me who likes to drink coffee, but I just drink one coffee a day and I don't go to Starbucks every day. Um, some people like to get their nails done all the time and their hair done all the time. And some people like to gamble or go shopping and, buy new clothes and all these things. I don't spend a lot of money. Like, my biggest thing is like food and maybe coffee, but I don't spend a lot of money otherwise. So you could really just get by off of food and water. And, if you want to stay in one spot for a longer time, you could save on gas. So really, I mean, well, you could live off a few $100s, but then, if you have internet you need to pay for, like cell phone, car insurance or van insurance or whatever insurance, health insurance, you got to calculate what other things you have. But for me, I don't spend a lot of money like just willy nilly like that. Robbie said I had a good holiday, but got called into work in the rain and hit myself in the eye with a hammer. How'd you do that? Oh my gosh. Hey, John from Chicago. What what what's your biggest regret living van life? I don't know if I want to call it a regret, but I'll say the biggest struggle, maybe it is a regret, is uh, not having in person like relationships a lot. And I don't mean like sexual ones, although that'd be nice too sometimes, but we're not on that path. Um, but not being able to just like get together with friends or just call somebody and be like, hey, you want to go grab a coffee? Or hey, you want to go, get something to eat, just sit down and talk and hang out, or just sit on someone's couch, or like, just hang out, go sit at a park. That's like been like such a struggle. It's been like such the hardest thing. And I sit in the van a lot, and I can't speak for all van life people, but I would say if people are being honest, I'd say that living in a vehicle can get really super lonely. But then again, living in an apartment or a house can get super lonely. I think the difference is if you're in one stationary spot, you can plant roots and establish a friend base or like a friend group, and you can, get some consistency. Whereas being on the road and being gone all the time, I cannot really establish consistency except for on the phone. And it is really challenging. Like I sit here and think like, I should just walk up to people and be like, hey, do you want to grab some food together? But that's so weird because if somebody came up to me and said that, I might do it, but I'd probably be like, that's a little weird, a little odd. Especially if someone was like, oh, you want to like come check out my van? I wouldn't say that. But I think that's like, I don't know if it's a regret, but it's definitely something to think about when, you're thinking about living in a vehicle. Tina said Star Wars. Okay, Star Wars. Yes, the snow coming at you in the dark always reminds me of Star Trek when they go into warp speed. Yeah, that's the one. Warp speed. Warp speed. Um, avoid a war by not putting those two movies in the same. I know. As soon as I said it, I was like, people are just gonna come at me. Let's see. I live in Michigan and it snowed here today. Oh dang. I didn't even really mind the snow. It's just like when I was driving in it. And when you're not a person that comes from a snowy area, you always think like, is this gonna continue to the point where it's gonna be like a foot tall or 10 feet tall? But people that come from snow, they're probably like, it's just gonna be like an inch or two. And to them, maybe it's like no big deal. But an inch or two to me is like, do I need snow chains? Like, can I drive? Am I gonna slip off the edge of a cliff? Like, it's just very like unnerving. I have a lifetime access America Beautiful pass. That's awesome. Um, I know my parents. I think my dad for sure has the like the senior pass, so he can go into the parks as well. That national park pass is expensive, but I'm looking into it. Yeah, like I don't know. I gotta think about that. Hey, John from Crossroad Customs. Good to see you. Oh, yep, just like driving through the stars. Yes, I'm very much like you in that way. No smoking, no drinking, no gambling. Yeah, I don't do any of those things. People would say that's not fun, but I still have fun. Hey, Judith, don't send me some snow. Um, Judith from Michigan. Awesome. Friend, you have friendship here with our family. We got you when you come. Yes. To be honest, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there was one day that I was thinking I might just drive over to Pennsylvania. Uh, like, I thought about it, to be honest, because I was like, this weather is crazy. I need to be around some like familiar people, but it was like such a far distance. I was like, I'm so sick of driving, and I feel like I'm just like in a like one of these sharing moods today. Last night when I was driving from Moab, Utah to back here to Grand Junction, I got dizzy. And I think part of that is because I've been getting hot flashes. And so when you get like super hot, your whole body just gets like, just so warm and just floods your brain. But I just felt dizzy and I was like, I think I've just been doing too much driving because I feel like usually I don't drive this much. I don't drive like 3 and 4 hours every day, but I've been just like bopping all around just trying to get it into like a decent weather. And so I've just been like putting just putting my body just over and over driving all the time, and I'm just not. I don't want to do that. So I got to get somewhere, one central spot. So that's what I'm saying. Like if I can get to like Denver and just like kind of sit there for a while, and maybe I can just like, you know, see about meeting some new people and stuff like that. Maybe I could do a meetup. A couple people have said that if I came to Colorado to let them know. So yeah, that would be awesome. And thank you, Jay, for saying that. Don't be too friendly, exactly. As a woman, I have to think about that as well. Because you don't want to like share too much information, especially if you talk to somebody and you're like, I live in a van, and then they see you walk to a van. That's like not safe. Um, I went to church here in Grand Junction. Um, I went to um, I went to a um, what's it called? Maundy Thursday, last Thursday. And there was like this like Passover service. It was talking about the Passover Seder and how like Jewish people celebrate doing this Passover Seder, and they talked about the foods and the order, and it was really interesting. It was awesome. And that was a church out here in Grand Junction. And then the very next day at that same church, they had a concert of like hymns and people that are playing the bells, and it was really beautiful. And then later that same night, they had another service, and it was a tenebrae service, which I'd never heard of. And I went, and it was really cool. Like they would sing a song, and then they had 7 candles up on the stage. Then they would extinguish one candle. Then they'd sing another song. Then they'd extinguish until they extinguished all 7 candles. And as they extinguished each candle, it started getting dimmer and dimmer to the point where it was fairly dark in the sanctuary at the end. Like you could still see, but it was dark. And then they requested that once you leave, that you just walk out in silence, like as if you're leaving a funeral. And it was like so somber, but it was so just like contemplative. It was just awesome. So I did go to church out here in Grand Junction, and then I went to the church in Moab. Um, Question: how many van life folks have you heard of that didn't like the lifestyle and chose to no longer do that? So I don't like have a tally, but I do know that there seems to be like kind of a trend that happens is like a lot of van life people, they'll start, well, it depends on the age too, because if they're a couple and they're younger, then they usually like, they'll maybe have a baby or something like that, and then they'll live a regular lifestyle like in a house. um, but I have heard several people that have been doing the lifestyle, and then eventually they want to get like a little tiny home, or like an off-grid place, or like a place where they can get off the road at times, because this lifestyle can be like really freeing, but it can also be very hard on you. So I think the lifestyle is great, but you know there's definitely downsides to it as well, and I'm not sure how many people talk about like the real downsides. Like people do make videos about it, but I just wonder, like, there's got to be a better way to like make companions along the road. And I think one of the ways is by going to some of the events like the RTR and stuff, um, which I did make friends there, and that was really great. So, you know, if you really think about it, I'm still fairly new to van life because I've been just in my van like a year and a half, and before that I was in my car, and I didn't really meet anybody when I was in my car. So I don't know. I think it's also different to ask this question if somebody's a content creator and somebody that's just living van life that doesn't, you know, have to talk about van life. Because if those people don't talk about it, you would never know what they're doing if they're, you know, still traveling or not traveling. So it's hard to get a gauge on that. Deb G, I was lonely in my house, now in the van. People are too busy to invest in. I mean, that's so true, and that's why I always like try to encourage everybody, especially in the snack pack, you know, to call your friends, call people, you know, get together with people. Um, and that's why one of the reasons why I wanted to start a Facebook group, which I haven't had time to do that. But I wanted to start a Facebook group so that people can connect with each other because we're all nice people on the snack pack. I'm meeting other solo females on the road. That's awesome. Um, any information that I gather on my own experiences, I'm going to share with you guys, you know, as I meet people and how I meet people. Um, but definitely something's got to give because you know, I can't just be just out here in these streets not having any friendships like in real life. Research van events and groups. Yes. So I have the Seeker app, and that's been really great. And definitely any events, you know, I'm definitely gonna try to go to those two. Met two ladies at the park today in vans. Ooh, that's fun. Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs. I've heard about that as well, and I might go to Colorado Springs. I agree about the friendship stuff is hard. That's true. I live alone with not many friends, so I get lonely too. Lucky I have the snack bag. Amen to that. Amen to that. You have to like your own company. Having a dog helps a lot. Yeah, and I do like my own company, and um, I like being alone a lot too. To be honest, you know, I like having my own like, you know, day, the way I start my day and do my stretches and my Bible time and like getting my coffee, and I like that. But I also really like to just get together with people too, and like just have, you know, a chill time with somebody. Um, and having a dog would be great, but I think the cons outweigh the pros on that for me. I live in a national park kind of. Ooh, that's interesting. Arizona has more van lifers than winter. That's true too. That's true. Got you for dinner in Jacksonville, Florida. Awesome. I do love Jacksonville. I'm thinking about going to Florida in the winter. Hey Judy, how are you? Oh, this thing keeps. Yes, please press the like button. Hey, Cool Styles. I'm in Michigan also. It did snow, but it has already melted. We are hoping for temps in the high 60s. You need to come to Michigan. If you do go to Pennsylvania, summertime is amazing. Okay, awesome. I reached out to a few YouTuber van car people when they were in Florida. Beverly from Becoming Bev met me, and Paul from Canada came. Maybe I'm too friendly. That's awesome. And I've heard of Becoming Bev, her channel, and she has a great channel. Um, I'm friendly, but I'm not like a great initiator, and I always say that, and I'm trying to get better at it. I enjoy meeting new people. I'm always amazed I haven't had my face on a milk carton. I'm from Chicago, but I will be hitting the road in my van. Awesome. I would love to go on one of your meetups. That would be awesome. Yeah, if I do a meetup in Colorado, I mean, I'm thinking about it, so that would be cool. I did not go to the WRTR because I had COVID, and I um, already was like kind of pressing my luck, not luck, but pressing my health by going to the regular RTR. The WRTR started a few days before that, so I barely made it to the tail end of the RTR, but maybe next year. Hey Jeannie, how are you? Jill says, can you suggest a Bible that is easy to read, more modern language? So I just have a regular Bible that I've had forever. I use I think it's called the English Standard Version. Um, but when I study the Bible, I go to this website called torahclass.com, TORAH class.com, and it dives deeper into the like more Hebrew learnings, and it really goes into super detail, like start in Genesis and just learn. They have audio, and you could just read it, so you can just study it that way. Um, but that's just me. I'm really into that kind of thing. So if you're interested in learning more of like the deeper um, origins of the Bible, and how it relates to even today, then I recommend torahclass.com. Would you rather me come here as my channel or myself, the German? I found myself today. Oh, it doesn't matter. Whatever you feel comfortable doing. Have you thought of doing meetups like some of the YouTubers do? Um, I've done a couple meetups when I was in Florida and Georgia, and I had like maybe one or two people show up. Um, I had a few more people show up in Florida. So it's fine. I don't mind doing it even if it's just a few people. Um, but yeah, like I did it before, but I don't mind. I don't mind doing it if people want to come and meet up, because I think it's fun. Thomas says yes. Itinerary services are moving. Yeah, it was really awesome. If you need another reason to visit DFW, I could be one since I live near your son. Oh, awesome. I want to get a Prius and hit the road, but still keep my house. Doing it permanently seems very intimidating. Yeah, you got to do whatever makes you feel more comfortable. If you already have a house, then, you can just dip your toe in the water and just start slow. Church is a great place to meet people. Yes. You said the lifestyle could be very hard on you. How so? Um, it can definitely be hard just like mentally if you're not connecting with people in person. This is a small space. So if I'm just sitting in here all day, it's like just looking at the same walls. It's like if you were just sitting in your apartment all day, or like a studio, really. It's less than a studio. And the weather, like, it just gets hot and then cold and then hot and then cold. And you're just always having to think about if something's going to break, and like where you're going to go and where you're going to park. And it could be a lot. It can be a lot. But it's also could be a nice adventure as well. Allison, you should form a women's caravan and you won't be alone. That's a good idea. Also, I've heard of the Homes on Wheels Alliance. I think they have some separate groups that do caravans, and I'm considering doing that as well. So thanks for the reminder on that. Deb G, I have a Facebook page. Stop and say something. I need chatting. Okay, definitely. There's meetups in Michigan this summer, about 3 if anyone's interested. Okay, awesome. What's the weather like? Is that in Michigan? I might need new glasses, but I don't know. Is that Michigan? Finally met a lady with a 3-year-old this weekend. She left a day after. Oh, awesome. I would go to church and sing and get snacks. Yeah, also, that's great. Check your altitude also. Oh, yeah, maybe the lightheadedness as well. She wanted to visit, but she has a very active 3-year-old. Oh, dang. If you're ever in the Tampa area in Florida, let me know. Okay, awesome. I love that chill life of doing God. I live in an apartment, but love you. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, Lori. I love you too. Let's see. Sometimes I get really down. Travel snacks. I get totally scared still. Like I don't trust people, and I think there are individuals who prey on those of us women in our vehicles. I mean, I'm sure there are some people, but I try not to let that overtake my mindset. I think in general, I can say through all my travels that most people are good and nice, and I think most people are just in their own little world. Then you got the nefarious people. That's always going to be no matter where and what you do. But I don't focus on that aspect of it. I just don't. I don't know. I just really pray to God, and I just ask Him to protect me, and whatever happens is just what happens. My dogs are helping me text now. Awesome. Fine, thank you. I ran my first half marathon in 5 years last Friday. Congratulations! That's awesome. That's a big deal. And the amplified version is good on the Bible. I'd say choose whatever Bible helps you to learn best. I also listen to a bunch of podcasts about God and apologetics, If you haven't looked into apologetics, that's a really good thing to study. There's a few YouTubers that I watch in regards to like learning more about, the faith, and I could make a lot of recommendations, but I won't do that right this minute. I went to a private Christian school for 1st through 6th grade. Awesome. I'm going to be going from an RV to a van, easier mobility and parking. Oh, awesome. That is exciting. Meet up in Florida, nice park downtown, volunteer here. Awesome. Yeah, when I come back to Florida, I definitely will probably do that. My Bible is NIV, but I also have my grandma's King James. Yes. I switch it up. Like sometimes I'll read the NIV, sometimes I'll read the King James. Yeah, I just mix it up. Hey, Sparkola and Marianne. I use a parallel Bible. I use a parallel Bible which has many Bible translations in it. When I study the Bible, it really helps to understand the verses. Yes. I am in Grand Junction, Colorado. It's snowing here in Toronto, Canada. Awesome. Let me check I can't believe we're almost at the top of the hour already. No, YouTube was letting me know that I was live, but they sent that a long time ago. Also, YouTube's getting back to me about my 1099. Oh, thank you, Grant, for my $20 donation. Thank you so much, Grant. I appreciate that. I'm going to give you your shout out and your special sound, which, let's see, I've got to find it. Let's give you your shout out. Let me turn this up. Oh, you know what? Let me try something, because on this Melon app, it has sounds. Did you guys hear that on your end? Or just... Oop. You guys hear those sounds? That's built into this app. Okay, so obviously nobody wanted to come on and chat with me in live person today, but that's okay. And this chat went really quickly. What's the dating scene like in the nomad community? T. Elwood Rockefeller? I don't know. I mean, I suppose if you're, you could get on the Tinder and the Bumble. And there's times where I've gone on there in the past. I haven't done it like recently because I've had such bad experiences with that. But I've gone on in the past, and it's like you try to get together with somebody, and then immediately they was talking some kind of like sexual stuff. Then it's just like, no. Or it's just hard to like get together, like scheduling wise. I don't know. It just hasn't been great. But I can't speak for all of the band community. Visit a YMCA sometimes. There are people and events happening. Ooh, that's a good tip. Allison, have you ever heard of... yeah, I do know Wonder Hussey. I don't know her in person, but I follow her channel. She's got a really cool YouTube channel. She's not a van lifer, but she's going on adventures to these ups. Yes, I've been following Wonder Hussey for quite a while. She does like a lot of the desert, like ghost towns and old mines and stuff like that. She's got a great channel. Hey, Crystal and Lagreen. Glad you're here. JC says, can you give us an update on your Zero Breeze? How do you like it? Is it really cool off? Yeah, I'm using it now. And like I said in the video, it doesn't cool this whole space, but it's cooling this little section right here just enough so I'm not sweating. So yeah, it's nice. I mean, it was expensive, but it's definitely worth it so I don't just like pass out. Are you aware that the Bible has been changing? That's a whole long conversation. I'm not even going to go into that one. The Life Application Study Bible is good. Yes. It makes me happy to know other Christian women are nomads. Yes, indeed. Did you get your diesel heater dialed in yet? The diesel heater's working really well too. I've been using that. I've been using the diesel heater and then this in like different areas because it's, gets hot and it gets cold. They've both been working really, really well. I think it's safer for women YouTubers to say where they've been and not where they are, unless you're actually scheduling a meetup in a particular place with subscribers. Yes. So I don't mind doing meetups, like if I announce it on the live stream for like subscribers and stuff. And when I make my videos, I'm usually, a week or two behind anyways. And so these live streams for like the, 50 to 100 people that show up on the live stream, well, I guess people watch the replay too. By the time they watch the replay, I'm probably going to be gone from certain places. But on these live streams, I guess people could, like try to do something bad, but yeah, I usually don't tell people where I'm at, like right in the moment. The hour goes quickly when you're amongst friends. That's true. Water alarm. I don't know. My alarm didn't go off. Robbie is my backup alarm. Also, I wanted to mention that Robbie's been a moderator for a year. He sent me a message the other day, and I was just so shocked. A year has gone by so fast. So Grant's been a moderator for a long time, but Robbie's been a second moderator for a year now. So everybody give a shout out to Robbie. His handle is AGTWNC, and it's just been awesome. I have the best moderators, the best snack pack. It's just been amazing, and you guys are so uplifting. The interview with Danette was a really good on her channel. Yes. So Danette, she has a channel, What It Do DG, and I was on her channel. It was a podcast episode, and it was really fun. She's great, and I want to get together with her soon. She's in Houston, so hopefully I can get together with her at some point. Now it's hot already. The bugs are biting. North looks good. Yes. Yes. My water alarm went off. Okay. I jumped and kicked like a semi-truck was at my house. You could come up here when you feel safe on the roads. It's starting to warm up now. Oh, awesome. Oh yeah, so you guys heard the sound, so that's cool. They only have let's see. The sounds on this app, they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 sounds. So it's not as much as the one on my phone, but the Melon app that this live stream is hosted on. They have air horn, clap 1, clap 2, chant, cheer, gasp, laugh 1, laugh 2, drum 1, and drum 2. Crazy storms here in Ontario, Canada. How's the weather there? It's in the high 70s, and it's nice. I'm just, being dramatic, I think. Oh no, not the dating apps. Remember the Tinder killer? Yeah, the Tinder swindler and the Tinder killer. Is this chat not live? It looks different. It's live. We're live right now. I would have come on with you today. I would love to interview you on my channel too, Henry. Okay, well, hit me up. If you guys want to get in touch with me, the best way is through, even though I don't go posting stuff on Instagram a lot anymore, but you can still DM me on Instagram, and that's probably the best way, or by email. But Instagram DMs is probably the best way if you want to get in touch with me. I don't want your heart to stop, Robbie. Gypsy is in Moab. The Bible will never change. Do you miss California? No, I don't. I mean, I'm from California, so I have a love for California, but I don't miss it. I just I miss the ocean, but that's pretty much it. By the way, not to toot my own alarm. The word was made flesh. The Bible is changing. Let's see. Hey, Hot Tiger. I should visit Cortez or Mancos, southern Colorado. Used to live there. Visit San Juan Mountains. Beautiful. Awesome. Whoop, whoop. King James won't change. Wandering Gypsy has a channel quite similar to Wonder Hussy. Oh, interesting. Do you sing when you drive? Yeah, sometimes I do. I listen to more podcasts than music, but when I do listen to music, then I'm having a full concert in my van. Yeah, thank you to all for all of you that are like giving praise to the moderators because they really do a great job. I don't have a drone. It's on my list, but because I've spent so much money recently on these van repairs, it's gone to the bottom of my list. So I won't be getting a drone anytime soon. Um, but I will start to put a little money towards it, but I have to rebuild up my emergency fund. A wandering gypsy is in Moab. Oh, that's not far from me. No matter where you live, strangers can live next door, and hundreds of strangers drive in and around neighborhoods. False sense of security in a house. That's very true. Do you ever use StreamYard for your live streams? I tried StreamYard and Melon, which is what I'm using now, and I compared the two, and I just liked Melon better for like when having guests, which I want to have more guests on here. And Melon had like a spectacular deal, I think around Valentine's Day. It was super, super cheap, and so I was able to get it for the year. So StreamYard is also awesome, but more money. I want to thank you for the shout out a month ago when I was almost at 1,000 subs. Now I have 5,000. Awesome. Oh, we're already in an hour. Okay, let me read these last comments. And as I'm reading these comments, if you have a YouTube channel, then shout it out in the comments. And everyone that's on here, go support and go check it out. Very close to 50 grand subscribers. Enjoy your channel. Take care. Thank you very much, Brian. Yeah, we're getting close to the 50,000 mark, so I'm very excited about that. Would like to donate, but not sure how you do the Venmo. Any other way to donate? Yeah, you can donate through Venmo, through Cash App. You could just hit the little $ under the chat. You can go to PayPal. There's all kinds of ways to donate. Just responding to the Bible changes. Any new version has to be different from the previous version, so pray first. Yes. Bible studies help, but be aware of the intent. That's true. Thanks, Grant, for posting the links. Thank you. It's true. Crazy people are everywhere. I've enjoyed your channel, Allison. Thanks for answering questions and sharing. Thank you, Dana. Does it work the same as StreamYard? Yes. Melon app does work the same as StreamYard. How bad is the crime in Cali? I would like to do car camping in the cities and beaches. Should I avoid some areas? I mean, it depends on where you want to go. Yeah, there's definitely good and bad parts of Cali, and some parts are not really car camping friendly. Like lots of places in San Diego, it's illegal. In San Diego County, it's illegal to sleep in a vehicle. So you have to find areas where no one's going to really worry about that, which the only real place I've found, if you want to be right by the beach, is Ocean Beach. It's very van friendly. And there's other parts like kind of further out away from the beach that you can park in neighborhoods and stuff. And yeah, it really depends on where you're going to go. We're not going to do games today because we already hit an hour, and I didn't write any games down because I was going to see if I could chat on with somebody today, but that's okay. My YouTube channel is Crystal and La Gringa. Awesome. I use free StreamYard 20 hours a month for free. Yes. I love watching your videos. I have the notification set. Thank you so much, Crystal and La Gringa. Oh, hold on a second. I'm getting... oh, Jeannie. Jeannie sent $10 from Armello Life. That's Jeannie. Thank you so much, Jeannie. Let me give you your shout out. Let's give you... Thank you so much, Jeannie. I appreciate it very, very much. Okay. San Diego off of Claremont and Union Street. Yeah, Claremont and Claremont Mesa is a good area as well. I'm building out my 1999 Chevy Express van, and her name is La Gringa. Awesome! I love my Chevy Express. Okay, awesome. So we talked about Resurrection Day, which is I spent in the Arches National Park. I told you where I'm at, where I've been, and where I'm going. And we did talk about the weather a little bit with the snow, and then it's like hotter, and I'm just trying to get to like a stable place. And I am really looking forward to getting back to Idaho because it was so, the little small parts that I saw, it was so beautiful. So I'm going to stay in Colorado for a little bit. I think I need to like just stay put for a second and just like gather myself. So if you are in Colorado or know some good people in Colorado, send me a DM on Instagram or send me an email and I'll consider doing a meetup. Um, yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. Um, let's see. Colorado, Humboldt County in Colorado has issues with windows. Yeah, like also like in like Oakland, California, there's like smash and grab. Obviously, you don't want to go into like downtown LA because there's like a lot, like a huge homeless population, and there's like a lot of crime down there. I mean, it just depends on where in California. Um, I hope you hook up with your van lifers. Keep your chin up. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Few blocks from Mission Bay, right by Ocean Beach. I used to live there. Get there early. It gets crazy crowded. That's facts. I'm in a minivan. And it's a little bit bigger than a car. Okay, awesome. If you're in a minivan, that's great. My YouTube is my name here, Hot Tiger. I started it 13 years ago, and it's the story of my life, I guess. Thanks, Allison Sharp. Oh, thanks. That's awesome. Um, trying Streamlabs for donate, but will not allow a credit card, just PayPal. Any workaround? That's interesting. I'll have to check into that. Can't use PayPal because had a problem with them once before. If you go to, I don't know if Grant has it, but it's my website / snack fund. I think you could pay with a credit card on my website if you want to do it that way. I can hardly wait to be traveling in my van and eventually being full time. Awesome. You know what happens when AGT says, wait, I do. I'm from Cali, Colorado. I used to live in Grand Junction and Mancos near Court. Awesome. Yeah, Grand Junction's been pretty cool. Hey, Janice, thanks for being here. Hit some water springs. Yes, I want to go to some of the hot springs as well. If you make it to Iowa, look me up. Okay, awesome. When you come into Missouri, I would like to say hi and get a selfie with you. Awesome. Oh, yeah, definitely LA is very dirty, and if you go to LA, go for the day and just check it out, but then I wouldn't stay there. Okay. I grew up in LA. It's even worse now. Yeah, that's true. I used to live in LA for like 10 years and it was not great back then. Thanks, Grant, for posting that. All right, so the next live stream is going to be next Sunday, or this coming Sunday, April 24th. So we'll resume our Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. I should probably still be in Colorado. And if anybody wants to come on to the live stream live, send me a message and then we can set that up in advance. I'm going to try to do some mystery guest people, but I'm just trying to figure out like how to schedule that. And yeah, so let me just read these last comments. From LA, was hoping to have met you in the high desert when you were still there for a little. Oh, that would have been great. $25, Robbie. This is for a late Easter basket. Whoop whoop. And thanks everyone for having me as a moderator for a year and putting up with me. Whoop whoop. Hope everyone has an amazing week. Thank you so much, Robbie. Oh my gosh, thank you. That's so sweet. Oops, what is that? I want to give you your shout out. Let's give you. I gave you that because you're like snack pack royalty of our moderator system. So thank you for being such a great moderator and being such a great part of the snack pack. Everyone here means so much, and the moderators Grant and Robbie just do such a great job, and it just like keeps everything running so smoothly. So thank you. Jonah, I love listening to you. You're so positive. I need to hear you. Oh, thank you so much. Hi from Walbridge, Ohio. Want warm weather so I can travel more. Awesome. Oh, yes, I want to see you hit up some hot springs. Love the recent Vegas. Awesome. Yeah, I definitely am going to hit up some hot springs when I get the chance. Hello, everyone. Made it to a live. Been on a while, or am I too late? Hey, Miss R, we're just wrapping it up. Yes, Tina, send me a message on Instagram. Thank you, Jonah. We had snow here today, about 2 inches, but it all melted. No, do shout out to the new system. Shout out. Oh, you want to shout out on the new system? Hold on. Let's give you. Do you hear that? It's like so low for me. I don't hear it that loud. So maybe it's loud on your. Oh, that's fun. Oh, it gives you laugh tracks. How fun. Okay, Allison, you got my message on Instagram. Just call anytime. Yeah, the bells and the whistles. Awesome. Okay, thank you guys so much for all your support, all your encouragement. Pray for one another. Reach out to each other. Just get out of your comfort zone. Make phone calls. Do video calls. Go have lunch. Go have coffee. Don't make it a whole like stressed out thing. Just be like, you want to grab a coffee? Go have a couple, minutes of chatting and just chilling out, and then go do your life. Just just do it, because I can guarantee you there's so many people that feel alone right now, that are just like feeling like they don't really have anybody to talk to. I've heard it from people I know in person, and I've heard it from other like nomads. Definitely reach out to people. Definitely do your best to reach out to each other. And I just appreciate you guys so much. The snack pack has really been such a blessing for me, and I'm really grateful to you guys for everything. So have an excellent week. I'll see you guys back here next Sunday for another live stream. And until then, bye for now. Oh, let me just read these real quick. Oh, it's loud? Okay. There's only 10 of them, Robbie. I think I played them all. My first van tour will be end of this month, heading to Northwest Mexico. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Okay. Just curious how long you can maintain this. I'm not sure yet. Awesome. Okay, have a great rest of your day, and I'm going to get some snacks or some food.